Hey guys! So today I want to talk about something that's actually going on around the Battlefield community in the past couple of days. It started with some YouTubers posting some videos, which we're also gonna talk about, but in general, there is this opinion going around that it is okay to have a broken game. And so I want to talk about it. Is it really okay? Because I don't think it is. I feel like I'm pulling off marble duck right now, but let's just get on with it. Essentially what I'm referring to with the whole mantra that it's okay to have a broken game in terms of Battlefield community is the specific group of players who, no matter what you say about Battlefield 5 problems, they will always tell you are complaining. It doesn't matter to them, your explanation is logical, it makes sense, sometimes it's even confirmed by developers to be a known issue, or isn't in fact complaining, it is a valid criticism. And honestly, up to a certain point, I wasn't really paying that much attention to it, because it's totally okay to have your own opinion on the internet, right? I cannot say you can't have this certain opinion on the subject. Of course you can. You can say whatever you want, and I can't forbid you to do it. That's alright. Believe it or not, I have never ever banned anyone from my channel, or even went as far as removing someone's comment. I have not, because I really don't mind people having their own opinions, like, that's normal, we should respect it. Yesterday I did an experiment with posting a video asking if January update broke Battlefield 5. If you haven't watched the video, basically what I talked about is the problems that the January update introduced to Battlefield 5 and the fact that DICE is once again in this bad situation where instead of the community talking about all of the improvements they're implemented, which are great by the way, they are talking about all of the problems because there's quite a lot of those, or maybe not quite a lot, but they're pretty visible and pretty irritating. And of course, as always, we got various opinions. Some people agreed with me, some didn't, that's totally fine, it always happens, but there was the third group of people who, in my opinion, didn't understand the point of the video at all. The point was, DICE introduced problems with the new update and instead of talking about improvements, the whole community is pretty much focusing on the negatives, which, yes, they are doing it because it's irritating. But one thing I mentioned throughout the video sparked quite an interesting discussion. I referred to those YouTubers who are saying that YouTubers are spreading negativity which is totally unnecessary and everyone is complaining about Battlefield 5 being bad. Now, I said it as a joke, and the fact that we cannot really not complain if the update gets the game broken, but the reaction from some people got me thinking. Those videos, instead of improving the community, giving some value and knowledge to the people who watched them, made those people go over to, for example, my channel and tell me that, oh, this YouTuber said you're spreading unnecessary negativity, or this YouTuber said you're getting a lot of views on negativity, that's why you're producing negative content, you're gonna complain about Battlefield 5 for views now. Let me tell you what the other YouTubers didn't tell you in their videos. And of course, by no means, I do not intend to offend anyone. Let's just have a healthy discussion. Referring to what Lossy said in his video, which, by the way, is linked down in the description, basically, he gives an example of Westy talking about poor sales of Battlefield 5 and why people care about it, why they don't care about fun. Then he goes on talking about how Battlefield YouTubers in general talk about negativity, how negative content gets a lot of views, and how it wasn't the case with Battlefield 4, even though the game was a bit more broken. I know it was much more broken than Battlefield 5 is at the moment, but no one was complaining. Or at least they weren't complaining as much as they do now. And the video itself would have been a great piece of content if it actually analyzed the whole situation as a whole from both community as viewers and creator's perspective, which he can do, he's a creator himself. Instead, the video indirectly blames YouTubers for causing negativity in Battlefield 5 community, which is only about 50% of the whole truth. Because here is what Lossy didn't put in his video when talking about the whole negativity being spread by YouTubers who create negative content. He neglected the fact that it is you guys, the viewers, the Battlefield community, who decide which videos are popular and which videos go viral. Yes, you're generating watch time, you are engaging with the video through liking it, disliking it, commentating on it. You guys make YouTube algorithm recommend the video more to more people, therefore making it more popular. You guys want to watch the content that's negative. And I don't mean to turn around the whole conversation by 180 degrees and now say that it's community who's spreading the negativity, because it's not the point of the video. I just wanted to make sure that everyone is on the same page and everyone is aware that it's not like YouTubers are creating content and it magically gets views. It gets views because people who watch those YouTubers are genuinely interested in the content they see in front of them, and they click on it. Besides, majority of the significant Battlefield creators are actually providing a valid criticism. They're not rambling some nonsense, they're providing solutions, they're providing ideas, they're explaining mechanics, explaining the problems, so it's not like they're talking nonsense. Granted, we do have some exceptions. We had one quite big Battlefield YouTuber trying to explain the spread mechanics in Battlefield 1 and it didn't really go that well, but besides that, majority of people actually know what they're talking about. And countering them with saying that they're just complaining and it doesn't make sense, it's just stupid. Instead of having a logical discussion where you can propose your ideas and they can exchange their ideas with you, it becomes somewhat an argument where you're just telling them that they're not right and you're not even trying to prove they're not. It simply doesn't make any sense. And acting as if the game didn't have any problems, and what's even worse, trying to prove it to other people, even though some of those problems are officially acknowledged by people who created the game in the first place, it's just stupid. It really is. There also was one interesting thing that Lossy actually brought up in his video, and he actually referred to a video from Squid, who made a whole video talking about something a bit different, although it also indirectly was about the negativity and the content that Battlefield YouTubers are putting out, but both of them mentioned that the fun, the so-called fun content, is gone from YouTube. There isn't really many videos showing off fun in Battlefield 5. And referring to what Squid mentioned in his video, which by the way is pretty much a 10-minute rant, it is also linked down in the description, but he's saying that there is not much fun content anymore, and I'll just say this: content is constantly changing, and the stuff you had popular back in Battlefield 3 days, it won't be popular forever. It is constantly changing. Something that was popular back then will not be popular now. Something that's popular now will not be popular in Battlefield 6 or Battlefield 7. It will not. And also, offensively referring to other creators, saying they are all producing the exact same content and it's bad, or maybe not bad, but boring, it's pretty disrespectful to do so, especially if you've been doing the exact same content that half of YouTube has been doing back in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 days, where you were jumping off from jeeps with C4s or shooting planes with RPGs. So let's not act like it was different back in the day, because it wasn't. Everyone was putting out the exact same content, and now this exact same content is just different than it used to be, but then again, everyone is still putting out the same stuff. Conclusions? Think for yourself. Make sure the stuff YouTubers are telling you actually makes sense, and yeah, just be able to have your own opinion, because that's really what it is. And repeating something after someone without understanding it or without agreeing with them doesn't make much sense. Of course, if you agree with someone and share their view, but if you don't have your own opinion and just take theirs because it's better to have something than nothing in this case, well, it sometimes might put you in an awkward position where you comment something, you say something, and then at the end, it didn't really fully make sense. Not totally nonsense, but still not fully true. Anyway guys, as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.